Hey everybody, and welcome back again to the channel. After several months away, the Speed Phenom Series returns to action with round number 4 today at Rockingham Speedway. Sabre Fox is coming off the momentum from her big victory out at Road America for round number 3. By virtue of that, she has taken over the points lead, despite leading only 11 laps into her points leading campaign. Plus, she sits on the pole for today's race as well. So right now, Fox is on the hot streak in car 78. Although you got other drivers like Griffin McDermott and J.D. Martin who also want to get another victory and be a threat to Fox for that points lead. We'll see if they're able to do that, or if the other 14 drivers on the grid can extend the streak of different winners. You'll all get to see what happens soon in these following 99 laps. Let's get you down to the start of this race. Just half a lap away from getting this race started. This place hasn't seen any action on it since Season 2 of the Speed Racing Series, which was won by Jacob Buchholz. So it's good that this Phenom Series is in town to fill that void. Anyway, the top 3 spots for qualifying, all filled by the 3 race winners that we've had this year. Sabre Fox at Road America, J.D. Martin at Iowa, and Griffin McDermott over in Canada. With the pace car ducks onto pit road, the field of 17 is going to get up through the gears and up to speed. And across the line they go. We are underway for round 4 at the Rock. No contest for Sabre Fox. She's going to easily get the first lap lead over Griffin McDermott. Ironically enough, who stole the win from Fox over at Mosport, if you were able to check out that finish. But he's going to give chase to that 78. Skylar Taylor in the 45 Peak Mobile. She'll round out in the 3rd spot. J.D. Martin across the line in 4th. Top 5 single file with Ricky Freeman Jr. in the 96 in 5th place. First side-by-side action. Oh, was that Alex Sambatale? Can't quite block Hairgel Alonso in the 52 down to the inside. Alonso, who mainly drives for ARC Racing up in the Speed Racing Series, he's going to try and make that pass. And he'll do it easily. That inside line, definitely the friendlier line that you want to take around this place, as Sambatale is down to 7th. Falling off a little bit from where he started. Here's Matthew Hubert in the 23. The purple ride is up in the distance. Here comes Lepo McDermott, trying to make a bid for the lead. He's going to try it here. The 78 and the 75 side by side. Another lap led to Fox as Skylar Taylor watches on from a distance. Out of turn 2, Lepo McDermott trying to get that run that he needs on the back straightaway. This early in the race, you don't want to be on the outside line too, Lon, as there's not a whole lot of grip up there. So the 78 definitely lacking some grip that she needs to stay in front, as Lepo McDermott will officially go to the point here at Rockingham. Taylor to the inside of Fox for the runner-up position. As you see the field starting to get more spread out. In the back half of the top 10, Taylor up to P2, and Fox is going to get the runoff forward to keep J.D. Martin behind her. She remains in 3rd. Skylar Taylor in the 4th position under attack from a bunch of cars. Ricky Freeman Jr. will lead that way. All on the inside, you see the train of 4 cars trying to pass the 45. The 96 will successfully get by. The 99 of Sambatale trying to follow Freeman through. Sambatale trying to keep his successful season going, but Taylor now down 2 spots to 6th place. And here's the 25, Angel Gutierrez. First time we talked about him today. Up here into the top 10, up in the 7th. Logan Williams behind him, who started dead last. May I remind you, Williams with a great surge up into 8th place behind Gutierrez. Ryan Reed in the 31 also here. You got the 55, Aiden Graham passing the 23. The 23 of Hubert down a number of positions. I tell you, he's just trapped on that outside line, and he's just unable to get a break from being stuck up there. And up in the distance, here goes the 78 of Fox, potentially to take the lead again, and she will with ease over Lepo McDermott. How about J.D. Martin? No, he's trying to follow through, and he can't. Martin will remain in 3rd, but Lepo McDermott It's a cat and mouse game that the 78 and the 75 are playing with each other, and it looks like Fox is going to be on the top end of it again. Now you see the 96 of Freeman up on that outside line. He could be at a big disadvantage right here. He's lost a couple of positions to the red cars beneath him. The 55 of Aiden Graham and the 9 of Derek Hamill, who started towards the back as well. Hamill, the rookie for Starcom Racing up in the Speed Racing Series, but this is his main season he's focusing on now. But Graham and Hamill up into the top 10. The 96 still unable to get to the inside. Here comes Luke Evans in the 81, making his third ever start. He debuted with a 4th place finish out at Iowa and a good drive out there. Evans is going to slide on by. There you see Freeman. He is just being taken advantage of so hard. Unable to get onto that bottom line. 96 officially out of the top 10. You got Skylar Taylor, Hergel Alonso, Louis Dubois, and Matthew Hubert also right there looking to take positions back from the 96. And way back here, you got Benedict Murdo and Isaac Davis rounding out the remainder of the 17 cars. As you see, the 96 and the 52 looks like they'll be at the biggest disadvantage of all, as they're going to try and work their way up and hold them off the best they can. Lebo McDermott, he's been steadily trying to work his way up to the rear bumper of the 78, and appears that he's been able to do it. But that 78 car is strong. She's having a real strong run up here in the lead. 75's just choosing to be patient right now, just remain in that 78's tire tracks. Follow her line and then maybe see where the 78 is good, where the 78 is weak, and GLM can do a lot of learning as he's sitting there in second. Anyway, J.D. Martin in third, Angel Gutierrez up into fourth, and how about Logan Williams charging from dead last on the grid up into fifth? And if the hard charger award was given out in the Speed Phenom Series, he would definitely get it so far, but obviously that's going to matter at the very end. You got Ryan Reed also here in the green 31 car up into sixth. He's also risen up pretty good here in the field. As the top 6, they've pulled away. Here's Sam Vitale and Derek Hamill in contention for 7th place. But basically, it's single file the whole way, as Isaac Davis still has not rebounded very good at all, as he's still shotgun on the field. Now here comes Angel Gutierrez trying to make a challenge on J.D. Martin for P3. Getting onto the back straightaway, and I believe he's going to take it right there. Good job to the Mexican driver, who's had a otherwise disappointing season, to say the least, for Crossroads Racing over in the SRS. So here comes Gutierrez on the path to redemption in Phenom. Logan Williams, he continues his climb up into the 4th spot. Ryan Reed up into 5th, and J.D. Martin is going to be the big loser out of that exchange positions, all the way down to 6th place, after he was in 3rd the lap before. So JD's car might be slowly fading away from him, but thankfully for him, we are going to have at least one round of pit stops this race, so perhaps he and his team can use that as a chance to elevate their positions, get that 50 car handling better. But still, though, what a good charge by Gutierrez, as he now has the top 2 in his sights. Here comes an exchange of positions outside the top 10. Louis Dubois in the 92. He's going to breeze on by the 45 of Taylor to get up to 11th, with Matthew Hubert following in that 23 machine. Taylor down 2 positions to 13th, as that was a good pass by Dubois, who got that stunning top 10 in the SRS Indy 250 for round 15, as he continues his part-time season for Lake Effect Autosport in that series. Meanwhile, Hubert, he'll follow the 92 through. Now Taylor's at the disadvantage, as you see more position exchanging going on in the very back, as you got Alonso going by Murdo, as they haven't had all that satisfactory seasons over in SRS as well, as the 66, 44, and 52 round out the back of the field. And there's another fall from grace too. Ricky Freeman Jr. We saw him running up in the top 5 earlier in the day, but it looks like the handling on that 96 is also rapidly fading away, and he's stuck back here in 14th. Here comes Gutierrez with a run inside of Lepo McDermott through 1 and 2. That 25 car is sure sticking to the surface of this track mightily. A phenomenal drive by Gutierrez. He will complete the pass. Into the runner-up spot he goes, as Saber Fox is led for over 30 laps now. She's still got a strong car ahead of him, but now Lapo McDermott, he might be on the downside of things now as Williams and Reed, they're both trying to get around that 75 as they look to chase the 78 with the 25 of Gutierrez. Logan Williams, he's on the preferred line on the outside, or the inside, excuse me, but Lapo McDermott on the outside. He'll try and hold the 7 and the 31 behind him. Meanwhile, Gutierrez is just loving seeing this in his rearview mirror as he's pulling away from that 3-car battle behind him, as Lapo McDermott will get the edge over Williams and Reed. How about in 6th place, Derek Hamill in the 9? He's surged up there pretty nice. He's up into the 6th spot. Now we got this 3-car fight for 7th between Graham, Martin, and Sam Vitale, as we saw Martin running up in the 2nd and 3rd spot, but now he's drifted near to the back. He's going to fall to 9th with that pass by the 99. And here's Matthew Hubert, who's recovered into the top 10 spot. The 7 working on the 75 again. And you can just see on the telemetry that distance between them and the 25 is growing. As it did shrink that time, I'll make an exception there. But Williams will get past Lapo McDermott. Ryan Reed looking to do the same, but as the 25 looks to reel in the 78, he is coming. Meanwhile, the fight for 3rd continues to rage on. Ryan Reed in the green, Logan Williams in the blue, Griffin Lapo McDermott in the black. Give it to Reed in the 31, getting out of turn 2. And pay attention to the red car, Derek Hamill. He has also made some steady progress up towards this trio. Reed goes way up high, trying to search for more momentum. As we got the 2 leaders on pit road making green flag pit stops, and several more coming with them. Reed leads the lap at the line, and on lap 59, green flag pit stops have begun here at Rockingham. Fox, Gutierrez, Hamill, Luke Evans, Skylar Taylor, Matthew Hubert, Isaac Davis, and Benedict Murdo. Now what's going to happen this lap? Is anyone else going to come in? Yes, Reed and also Williams come in while the 75 of McDermott stays out. You also got Aiden Graham, Sanvital, J.D. Martin, Louis Dubois, Ricky Freeman Jr. and Herjo Alonso also joining this group. And the 75 of Lapo McDermott, he will be the one to go with the overcut strategy, it looks like. And on lap 60, now he slows down. He downshifts to get onto pit lane, and he's going to do it. Lapo McDermott, he'll try and go the longest on tires, so will the overcut plan work for him? We'll have to find out soon. Now we see Lapo McDermott finishing up his pit stop. He entered in pit road as the one who stayed out the longest. Is he going to keep the lead, though, as he goes to pit road exit? There's Logan Williams, who we saw come down pit road. I don't think Lapo McDermott will be able to. Who's going to inherit the lead? Saber Fox. Who would have guessed it? Fox in that 78 team. Looks like the undercut was the better plan. And yes, Saber Fox takes over the lead again as she continues her dominant run here today in North Carolina. Gutierrez in 2nd, Derek Hamill 3rd. Then you got Ryan Reed and Matthew Hubert up in the top 5. He had a great pit stop. He's trying to take over the 4th spot from Reed. We saw Hubert fade earlier in the race, but now he's up here in the top 5 with a shot at 4th place, as you see. In 6th place, Logan Williams. Then you got Aiden Graham and Griffin Lapo McDermott all the way down to 8th. So it appears that overcut plan doesn't look like it is the beneficial one, at least for now. We still have a lot of time left. Alex Sanvitale in 9th and Luke Evans 10th. We'll keep going back here. We got J.D. Martin, Skylar Taylor, Louis Dubois, Ricky Freeman Jr., Herjo Alonso, Benedict Murdo, and Isaac Davis. As the pit stop cycle is now complete, still no yellow flags, but with the field being this spread out amongst each other, it's going to take something super catastrophic out of proportions for that 78's lead to be thwarted. Meanwhile, the 9 of Hamill has reeled in the 25 of Gutierrez. His car seems to be handling pretty good after that pit stop, as he will make the pass on the 25 down the back straightaway. The Canadian overtakes the Mexican going into 3. Meanwhile, Hubert, he'll overtake Ryan Reed going through 3 and 4. Hubert officially up to 4th. Hamill with making that pass. He's able to shrink the lead down by a tenth right there. But if these four have any hope of reeling in that 78, they all got to work together. They better figure out which position these guys are going to lay in. And perhaps they can all slowly work to get a run on her. Another lap again. That's another tenth and a half that Hamill has shaved off. So I don't think I'd be getting too comfortable if I was the 78. Hamill looks like he has a good handling car as he's steadily dwindling the margin that the 78 has over him. Down the back straightaway, Hubert has a run to the inside of Gutierrez. He'll try and work his way underneath him going into 3. He's on the preferred line down low, but Gutierrez is trying to find grip on the top side. But give it to the 23 going up to the podium position. Ryan Reed trying to push him past. Gutierrez up in no man's land on the outside, as the 23 is going to try and get a little bit of aerodynamic help from Reed. I mean, this is only a 1-mile track, so there's not that much aerodynamic advantage. So you can get away with your car being hurt a little bit aerodynamically and still do all right as long as your car's still handling good. But there goes Huber and Reed on by, as Gutierrez will now fall down to 5th place. Meanwhile, we go back to Griffin Lepo McDermott, who's been trying to claw his way up the running order ever since that round of pit stops. But that K&N Filters Ford has now caught and is trying to pass Angel Gutierrez, and he will easily do just that. Lepo McDermott up into the top 5, but we saw him go with the overcut strategy during pit stops. It put him right on the fringe of the top 10, and he's been trying to fight back ever since. That 75 has been fast all day. He's now going to try and chase Reed and Hubert, but we only got just 19-20 laps to go, so he's slowly running out of time. So if he has a chance to get to that 78, he's got to make these passes clean, quick, and efficiently in order to do it. This 78 of Fox has been on cruise control for many laps now for the majority of the race, but now that red number 9 of Hamill, he's worked the lead down to just under a second officially. So Fox, even though she's had a flawless run today, that 9 car might just have something for that 78. He might have a chance to do this, and look at the margin now, just 0.6 of a second. Hamill is closing in on Fox rapidly here, and how about the fight for 3rd? Here comes Lepo McDermott working to the inside of Ryan Reed. Hubert and Lepo McDermott push Ryan Reed back to 5th. You can't count out this 75 car either, as we are now at 15, now 14 laps to go. This race has flown by. Still no yellow flag. As with the nature of it, I don't think we're going to be getting one, but I could be wrong, though. The 75 and the 23 still over 2 seconds back. Hamill just over half a second behind, as we're going to await the margin this lap. 0.6 of a second, so Fox had a better lap that time. Still, though, the 9 is working as hard as he can to close in the distance. Can he do it? That 9 car has closed the distance greatly on Sabre Fox. And that 78, I would say, has to start thinking about mirror driving at this point, as we have now reached 6 laps to go at Rockingham. 1/10 of a second. Hamill is basically on Fox's back bumper now. Heading out of the back straightaway, the 9 right on the tailpipes of the 78. It is just between these two drivers for the victory here. Fox is going to get a turn run out of 4. 5 laps to go now at the line. Hamill loses a little bit of time right there, but not to fret for him. His car has been fast late on this long green flag run. He'll try and work another run going down the back straightaway. They're far ahead of 3rd place Matthew Huber, over 2.5 seconds ahead. Lepo McDermott 4th. Ryan Reed up here. Aiden Graham and Logan Williams all trying to get 3rd from that 23 car. Sabre Fox has had the strongest machine all day. But can she be able to execute when it matters the most? The 9 peaks down low. This may be Hamill's chance. Here he comes. He's got the preferred inside line, and he's going to blast on past the 78. 3 laps to go. Hamill is your new leader. Talk about coming to life at the most opportune time possible. Derek Hamill, who competes part-time for Starcom over on the SRS side. He's only 3 laps away now from his maiden Speed Phenom Series win if he can bring it back around 2 more times successfully. That 9 car seems to be handling a little bit better than that 78. Wonder if he was able to take care of his stuff better than Fox was able to in this last green flag stint. Just a lap and a half to go. Does the 78 have anything to run him back down? Can Matthew Hoover protect Griffin Lapo McDermott for 3rd place? Meanwhile, off of 4, Hamill is able to put more distance between himself and the 78 as the white flag is in the air. 1 mile of racing left at the Rock. Hamill gets through 1 and 2, clean as a whistle. Fox behind him, trying desperately to reel him back down, but I don't think it's going to work. One last time through 3 and 4. Here comes car number 9, off of 4 to the checkered flag, and Derek Hamill will get the job done and take round number 4 here at Rockingham. Absolutely superb by Derek Hamill, taking the lead over the 78 with just 3 laps to go, making a clutch pass. And he takes this caution-free race here at Rockingham Speedway, as he will join the list of early Phenom Series winners such as Sabre Fox, Griffin Lapo McDermott, and J.D. Martin. And if that don't give him any momentum towards his Speed Racing Series rookie endeavors, I don't know what will. As Hamill's going to pull into his pit stall, celebrate with his crew in just his 3rd start out of 4 this season. Hamill is victorious, as everyone else is going to pull into their stops now. But that was some sweet racing to see, even though we didn't get any yellows. Just the pit strategy playing out the way it did was interesting to watch. Fox had the advantage. She had the best car all day, bar none. But Hamill was just able to save his stuff more for when it mattered the most. And little by little, he had just enough time to steal the lead away and be a part of the grand feeling of victory lane here in the Speed Phenom Series. Definitely a well-deserved effort. Anyway, people, that is going to complete our time here at Rockingham Speedway. It was definitely a fun time for me getting to call my first Phenom Series race. For round 5, we invite you to tune into that one as we're going to swing one state over to Memphis, Tennessee for our next round on the tour. Your race results and your points for round number 4 will be coming up after this. Congratulations once more to Derek Hamill on getting his maiden Phenom Series victory. Thank you very much, folks, for watching this broadcast, and we'll see you all at Memphis.